Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our English news bulletin from Alexandria Channel. In Alexandria, thousands of activists representing various political powers gathered at the square of Qaid Ibrahim Mosque. Also, thousands of citizens in Alexandria protested after Friday prayers to demand the dismissal of the current government, amendment of the recently approved constitution, and the appointment of a new prosecutor general. Protesters marched from Leader Ibrahim Mosque to Suez Canal Square, one of the city's main traffic routes. Thousands of protesters in Alexandria have blocked the Suez Canal Street, holding traffic. There have apparently been some disagreements about where the march should head, with some refusing to go near Alexandria Governorate headquarters because of various clashes at the site between security forces and the protesters. As part of the Friday of Deliverance event, protesters marched on the Presidential Palace in Cairo's Heliopolis district, as well as the Tahrir Square. There are additional rallies in other governorates, including Alexandria, Suez, Ismailia, Mansoura, Damanhur, Kafr al-Sheikh, Qina, Fayoum, and Aswan. Massive protests were also held in other public squares in Egyptian governorates, calling for achieving the revolution's goals. In Suez, a march of hundreds has begun from Arbaeen Square amid heavy rains and is heading to the governorate's headquarters. The protesters are holding kafan, the cloth used to wrap the bodies of the dead before Islamic burial. The protesters are demanding that the head of security in Suez be tried for the murder of at least 10 protesters in the latest violence. The Ministry of Interior released a statement saying that Friday's protests called for by the opposition have committed to being peaceful. A ministry spokesman said the peacefulness of the protests reflected positively on the security situation on Friday. However, a number of people did throw rocks at the security forces in Coronation Kneel. Added the spokesman, the security forces are doing their best to ensure the safety of protesters. Political partition and religious powers yesterday agreed on Al-Azhar document rejecting violence and encouraging dialogue. The document was proposed by Revolution Youth and drafted by Al-Azhar in cooperation with all political powers that also agreed on forming a panel to draw up foundations and topics of the dialogue to restore security and stability to Egypt. Al-Azhar Grand Sheikh Dr. Ahmed al-Tayyib held on Thursday a meeting with a number of political partisan, youth and national leaders. The meeting tackled the domestic situation and the means of restoring security and stability in Egypt. Egypt has finalized preparations to host the 12th Islamic Summit due to be held on February 6-7, announced Deputy Assistant Foreign Minister for Non-Allied Affairs and Islamic Cooperation Ambassador Amr Ramadan. Ambassador Ramadan noted 26 heads of state who are members of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, have confirmed that they would attend the summit. Moving to the economic news, Egyptian Prime Minister Hisham Qandil has lately announced a series of government measures aimed at promoting social justice and creating an attractive environment in the country for investors. The cabinet issued a decision to increase public sector pension rates to 20% instead of 15%, the rate that was ratified in 2005. It's expected that all citizens who have reached pension age starting in the year 2005 will benefit from this decision, which is almost 3 million citizens. Fees of the Suez Canal will increase between 2% and 5%, depending on the type of the vessels, as of next May, said the Suez Canal Authority chairman. Fees will increase by 5% for vessels carrying crude oil, petroleum products, chemicals, and bulk cargo, 2% for container ships and roll-on, roll-off carriers, and 3% for any other kinds of vessels, the authority chairman noted. The Egyptian prime leaguer, which has been suspended since last year's Port Said disaster, will go ahead tomorrow as planned despite the violence plaguing Egypt. However, Egypt's defense ministry assured that the competition will start on time. All the games will take part at military-owned stadiums, which meet the new safety standards set by the public prosecution in the wake of Port Said tragedy. Alexandria Seaport Authority has decided to close Alexandria and Dakhila harbors due to high winds and waves and mists. Meanwhile, Alexandria Seaport Authority declared that the two harbors were closed to prevent a collision of ships and to preserve maritime safety. And now a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. As for tomorrow, cool weather is expected to prevail with a chance of rain showers. Wind direction is northwest at speed ranging from 15 to 30 kilometers per hour. Visibility extends from 6 to 10 kilometers. The sea is moderate and wave height ranges from 2 to 3 meters. Expected temperature for tomorrow in some cities: Alexandria high of 16, low 4, Bahira 15, 10, and Matruh 16 and 10. That's all for tonight. Thank you for following. This is Wafاء, البنا saying goodbye.